Good morning, gamers. Welcome back to the show. I'm your charming, self-proclaimed, yet still humble host, Mukluk. Last time we left off here, we were playing the first, I'm hoping it's the first of multiple missions of the Vampire DLC, where we are playing a vampire character with some vampire minions and stuff. After playing this level, I can already see multiple things I could do better with the faction that we built. But for now, what we've got is, there's a big nasty boss fight in that cave. We cleared some of it, but we suffered massive losses, so I backed out of there. And we are rebuilding more units now.
Bobble.
Bobble indeed. We are rebuilding units now, and working on restocking our dudes, basically. So we are going to train a few more Vow Keepers here. I see that our city can expand. Let's get that. And this one is going to get that. And this research is done. Marching Winter. I've been trying to get that for a while. Okay. And then we got this one. What are we doing here? Alright, so just have them group up here a little bit. And Vow Keeper is done. You are going to head over this way. Archon Blood acquired. Hero leveled up. Who is this? This is Loontry the Warlock. Okay. Let's see. Siphon Blessing. Curse. Status Fall Decaying. Let's get Siphon Blood. We'll work toward getting the Mind Control Siphon Blood on this character. Let's see. Ruler leveled up. Oh, Ruler hit level 16. Okay, so we get to pick something crazy here. And I've never seen these options because these are vampire related. So let's see what these options are.
This is not the magical school of wacky rituals and tentacles, Mukluk cry.
No, we'll be back on that later tonight. Supernatural speed. Move to target hex, free thing. Okay, so it's almost like a blink. Exceptional speed. This unit and all turned vampires under it have very fast movement when not mounted. If the Elder Vampire has Profane Body Mastery, it gains 20% critical hit chance instead, even when mounted. Very fast movement means the whole army would get 48 speed, up from 40. That's pretty crazy. Rose Knight Guardian. At the start of combat, conjure a Rose Knight. That's a free tier 4 unit in every battle. Does not work in water battles. Cities gain the ability to draft Rose Knights. Okay, that is kind of crazy. Curse to Undeath. Enemy units in a 2-hex radius take damage and become soulbound till the end of combat. At the end of the turn, enemy units with soulbound sustain 4 frost damage. Okay, so it's a permanent dot on a group of enemies. Elite March. Grave March now conjures the bodies of Tier 3 and Tier 4 undead units and has its cooldown reduced by 2. Oh, dude, okay. There's a lot of crazy stuff in here. So Grave March has a 5-turn cooldown, summons 4 corpses, and then every turn it will animate a corpse on the battlefield for you. This is saying it conjures Tier 3 and Tier 4 corpses now instead of Tier 1 corpses. And it's a 3-turn cooldown instead of 5. Before I read Elite March, I was thinking of getting Rosebound Noble, but Elite March might be better. Okay, so there are some other options here that it looks like I had to pick different choices leading up to this point. But let's see what these are. Parasitic Communion. Upgrade from Blood Communion. Blood Communion now has a 120% chance of inflicting blood parasites for 3 turns to enemies adjacent to the caster and the target. Unlocks Conjure Vampire Spider Matriarch and Arcane Surge. Violent Exsanguination. Exsanguinate now deals 50% of its damage to adjacent enemies, which ignores 50% of enemy defense and resistance. Okay. Spreading Blight. Blood Blight now spreads to 4 enemies within 3 hexes. Aura of Torment. At the end of the turn, adjacent enemies take 4 frost damage, lose 4 morale, and gain 1 torment. Miasmic Spine. When Festering Spine kills a target, all enemy units in a 2-hex radius get 5 poison and 4 decaying for 3 turns. That is A lot of really cool stuff. These are really strong. I am going to take Elite March. And then from there, we can get, if you die in battle, come back after 2 turns, or Exhume Undead. I mean, over time we would want... Oh, we can actually afford to get both. So I'm going to get both of those. Okay. Alright. And... Jaya the Priest. We're going to get that. Alright. Boxing Ring. Refreshes ability cooldowns. All attacks and abilities. Norton Smash Resist. Right, Ritual. Let's get Ritual of Elements. Okay. Alright, that's all the level ups done. Okay. Alright, end turn. So, once again, last time, we were working on the quest battle. Which is here. Dude, is he coming out of his cave? I don't like that. We were working on the quest battle here. But then this person here started being a major pain and, you know, attacking me and stuff. So I was like, okay, I gotta go deal with that. Let's see. You're going there. So we might have to fall back. If this guy keeps creeping north, we might have to, like, fall back to town. Let's see here. Okay, they are in range to reinforce each other and destroying 2 provinces. Okay, so we've got another Spooter here. Bring that over. Alright, this one, bring it down. Vivisection Ritual is ready. Blast them with that. Okay. Let's see, is there anything else we want to do now? Desecration Ritual. Target and adjacent service province gain sunless, enemy armies take damage. Why don't we start charging Recall Ruler in case we need to teleport back home real fast? And... Alright, end turn. Alright, I almost forgot we had this outpost down here underground. I'm going to build some walls around it. Okay, you are going there. You are heading down this way. Wait, how is that not destroyed? Oh, they must have that one building that makes it so pillaging takes longer. I forget what it's called. Yeah, it takes 2 turns instead of 1. Well, it normally takes 2 turns. My faction makes it take 1 turn, and then they're doing something to make it take 2 turns again. Okay, that's done. Steel Bastion is done. Vowkeeper is done. Recall Ruler is ready. Can start another spell. Let's do Vivisection again. Alright, end turn. Are we allowed to call it the Monkeyverse? What do we call in the Monkeyverse? I'm in both games, so it's the same universe. Oh, the different, different games. Heart of Glass Aftermath. Wait, what? You've claimed the Blood Glass. I did? You hear a deep sigh as the ghost appears once more. I betrayed my pale prince, tried to take a rose by force. We fought. She continues. My chaos met his shadow. In our final moment, I cursed him and his roses. He consumed me in his rage. I did not know. He had been growing a rose for me all along. Now I can rest, and I give you my weapon, to grant him the same relief. The witch disappears, the scent of roses fading with her memory. You gain memento mori. Tier 4 sword with plus 40% damage to undead. Interesting. Gain knowledge. Lose mana, gain alignment. Drain her soul and gain mana. Do it. Wait, that's like double the mana. That's great. Alright, is this guy... Oh, he's claiming the crypt. Okay. So if he is there right now... Hold on. What are in these armies? Okay. Yeah, we should be able to do this. Alright, start siege. Add siege projects. Onagers. Okay. Alright, orders required. Have them come down. They're gonna join that other group with the spider. Okay. So we can now make Painbringers, which are these things, which have Draining Touch, so they've got a lifesteal thing. Tormenting Lash, do damage to a target enemy. It's like a whip attack. They have a teleport and a few other things. So let's start making some Painbringers. That's our first tier 4 unit we can just pump out. Let's do Monolith. New Empire development skill available. Newly summoned or mage origin units gain +1 rank. I don't need that. I'm gonna hold off on that. And that is busy. Okay. Okay. And where are you? Alright, Marching Winter is done. Oh boy. Okay, yeah, research, I don't care about any of that. So, let's try this out. So, Vivisection Ritual. Hit one of them. Oh, I should probably do a Lingering Mist. Alright, so now if we fight in that province, Lingering Mist will help us. Alright, start charging Marching Winter. I want to see a confirmation that Marching Winter stacks with Sunless, because the rules as written in the game, Gloom would stack with Sunless, but it doesn't. I found out the hard way it does not. What is this? Oh, one of my scouts got caught. Okay. Alright. Might be able to just auto this. Oh, I should have merged the 2 spider armies first. Whoops. Find out in a moment. Lost a Valkeeper. No, we're gonna retry. I think we can do way better. Okay, so first off, Grave March. Alright, second off, Spider Babies. And they got a bunch of tentacles behind us. That is a shame. He got constricted and cannot move. I got animate flora. I don't think there's any plants here to hit with it. Okay, that one's down. Alright. Okay, sweet. Ow. Alright, a couple of my heroes very injured from their ballistas. Alright, Grave March goes off and animates a Bone Horror. Okay. Let's see. Get a bit of healing on those two. And let's use a Tentacle Summon to work on that ballista. Okay. Move the Summon Spiders forward first. Little zap on them. Got one enemy tentacle left to work on here. Okay. Can do a breath attack from that thing. It's not much, but it helps. Doombats, hit that. Maddie Synth. Has Snipe available. Guess we can use it on that guy. Alright, Darkstalker. There we go, that one's dead. Okay, Schmuck's turn. Use Exhume Undead to make a random Banshee. Okay, Vampire Spider Hatchling. Move up. Bone Wyvern. Miss the breath attack. Alright, you just hold position. Move them up. I guess can put a Hex on the Ballista so it starts getting debuffed every turn. Okay, we reanimated Mortalist. Let's see what we got. Death Hex.
It's invisible dudes! Ah!
Okay, so there's that. Let's see. You do that. I'm gonna send the bats over that way to start going toward that thing. Hi, Vandal. Alright, have the undead. By the way, I love this guy for his just his art. Look at this thing for anyone who hasn't seen it. It's a crab made out of bones. Very cool. Let's see. Wail of the Banshee. Oh my god, dude, this polearm unit is killing all my stuff. What? It was my turn, and he killed all my things. That's crazy. I'm not just turn those right now. Okay. Loondry the Rally Master. Transfer life. Alright, this guy. Second wind. Fly up here. Curse this. Bat swarm around yourself. And then hit it with your hammer. Alright, Spirit Wolf. Missling. They missed so bad they shot my Banshee in the back. Thank you. That would just have a bunch of friendly fire. Okay, let's not do that. Nice. That was 45% chance, but it did land. Is there a corpse up there? Oh, perfect. Alright, so we'll use Decompose on one of the corpses up here to do a bunch of healing on our troops. Vowkeeper, where's it? Okay. Heal. Another Vow. Where's this one? Okay. No, it's fine. I was thinking about doing another tentacle over there, but I think we don't need to use that mana. Morning, everyone. Good morning, Sam. Okay, we reanimated a Deathstalker. Wait, was that my Deathstalker? Did my Deathstalker die at some point? Crap. I like that unit. He's gonna punch that wall. He's dead. Alright, Banshee. Bone Wyvern. Okay, Boxing's turn. We can fire Chain Lightning. I think the middle one resisted, but it still bounced off it and went to the next thing. Hold on, what is the range of that? That's 3 range, that's 4. 25% chance to hit. Keeper. Okay, Mortalist. Where is this guy? He's over here. Missling. Alright, our ranger got up there, popped off. Valkeeper.
"66 months. Wow.
Wow.
Only 3 more to unlock the hidden hour of the day where sun, morning and evening rise and I come to steal your lemmings. I'm gonna get them. You don't even know. Yes, as time goes on I have to up the ante of weird. Just wait till 3 more months. I'm not even sure if the text-to-speech will read that one."
Considering that other anonymous sub-gifter lately, I bet it will. Thank you, Bertree. Appreciate your support.
Hey, look, it's the Tree of Birds. How are you today?
Okay, let's see. Great March again. Hex Pact. Raise them dead. There's some zombies at it. Okay, let's see, where are these? Okay, vampire spiders. Alright, Bone Wyvern. I don't want to put it on auto because it'll burn a lot of my mana. And it's not necessary to do that. Alright, it's Jaya's turn. Maddie's turn. Dude, what tier is this? This is a tier 2 polearm unit? Man, that guy's like the most dangerous thing on the battlefield for me. What the heck? Only a 5% chance to hit. Nope, did not land. Where's this one? Over here. Doombat, you were working on this. Alright, that is done. Alright, so I think it's just these 2 enemy units remaining. Oh, no, there's a dude right there, too. We just reanimated their ballista? Alright, the problematic unit is gone. Now it's just that one. Let's just end turn and see if it runs. Yes. There we go. Alright, cool. We did lose a spider, though. Unfortunate. So I think I lost a unit, and then I replayed it so that I didn't lose the unit, and then I lost a different unit. Okay. Merge those two. Alright, so what do we want to do with this city? Burn it down, vassal it, or absorb it. If I make it a vassal, she's going to be able to take it back when I'm not looking, so I think we burn it down. Oh, this guy did live, the Deathstalker. I thought he died. Okay. Alright. This city made a shrine. Hall of Devotion. Palisade walls. Watchtower. Crypt of the Deathless. Oh, here they come. Here they come. Okay. So I don't want to do this. Alright. Alright, recalled my rule. So this city is getting burned down, and it's going to be destroyed in 2 turns, or get attacked in 2 turns. So we are going to... That's our priest, right? Yeah. We are going to head over there to deal with that. And that makes me a little nervous, because that means I just left half my forces over at that other city burning it down. Marching Winter. Alright, let's try this out. So I immediately see snow and ice here, and I don't see sunless. I'm thinking they don't stack. I'll wait another turn before I turn Marching Winter off, but it's looking like they don't stack. Your units have universal camouflage in your domain. Let's take it. Province's Pillage. Crossguard under siege, yep. Okay. Alright, so just gotta make sure that they don't put out the fires before that finishes burning down. Is this the vampire leader? Yes. Yeah. Alright, so... Yeah, it seems like Marching Winter does, or the snow does not stack with the sunless trait. And if that's the case, I should turn it off. Well, now I know in the future if I play vampires, do not bother with that tome. Okay. Alright, that problem is avoided. Do tiles affected by winter change back to sunless? Yeah, I've got another thing that spreads sunless, so that it should go back. Since the spell, the Marching Winter spell has been halted. Let's see, it says 30... Sure. Alright, so then... got that guy to deal with. Ah, I got our first tier 4 guy here. Wait, what? Why? What? I don't know how I ended up with a little group of bats here. So confusion done. Okay. Whoa! That has to be new. I do not recognize that book that was on top. This must be from the Vampire DLC. Rotoma the Crimson Rain. Tears of the Crimson Sovereign. When cast and for the next 2 turns, up to 3 enemy units sustain 10 damage, have a chance of gaining Blood Parasite, and up to 3 friendly units heal and gain fortune. That's insane! Mantle of the Blood Noble. Grant enchanted units coagulate. Once per turn when hit by an attack, they get bolstered defense and resistance. At the I thought it was going to say it stopped bleeding. At the start of combat, for each friendly non-summon tier 1 and 2 units, gain hit points and healing received. Gift of the Old Blood. Transform your units as they ritually imbibe blood from an Exarch, granting them Undead and Life Drinker. Base attacks have a chance of inflicting Blood Parasite for 3 turns. Crimson Court. Tier 3, 4, and 5 units you own gain hit point regen, XP per turn, and you gain a Crimson Court Magistrate, letting you gain mana from Vassal, and when migrating, raising, and pillaging. Summon Blood Exarch. Oh, this is the nasty thing that gave me such a hellish time in that one boss fight. Alright.
Blood carries greater power than mortals may think. Does the blood of the Archons not carry their essence? Do we not use blood as payment for our magic? Blood is where the soul resides. And so we drink to fill the void.
So this one's very strong, but very slow on the world map, so
For the
moving
gift
around is more of a pain.
Old blood demands souls to sacrifice. And we have long spent our own.
Alright, let's do the race transformation thing first. Ah, crud. Hero leveled up. Is this the Ranger? Okay. Alright, so... Alright, there's our leader. That person's backing off now, that's good. Okay, and where are you? Alright, Painbringer, next one. Go ahead and rush it. Okay, got 2 Painbringers now. Gold is still in the positive. Go ahead and start on another one. And what we got here? Throne of Blood. Ritual Chamber. Yeah, we could do, like, I'm hoping there's another level, which I think there is, to the vampire campaign, and we are going to change this faction that we're playing. Because we brought Gloom, which apparently doesn't stack with Sunless. We brought the Freezing, it doesn't stack with Sunless. It's like, I kind of wasted a lot of points, I feel like. Alright, so we need to head up there. Take that out. That's done. Pain Ringer's done. Crossguard. Steel Bastion. And turn. So we got a camp up here that's going to creep in on our city, so I need to go knock that out. A wounded scout arrives at your court, his armor torn and battered. The Butcher, here. Oh, okay, we've seen this before. So, there's some kind of murderer running around. Seek out Lumen, rally guards, summon shades to distract the warband. Try summoning shades. Success! All cities gain stability. Okay. Alright, that's handled. Might as well knock out this thing as well, which is camping on one of my nodes, so I'm not getting income from that node. Okay, that city ruins has been destroyed. You guys start coming back. Hall of Devotion is done. Let's do Mana Obelisk, because that's pretty quick. Vivisection Ritual. Is there an enemy in sight? Okay. Alright, so one of the free cities I was schmoozing with my Whispering Stone just got scooped up by another ruler, it looks like. Alright, let's go. You know what would be cool? This city is underground and is covering my base from getting attacked underground. I could make this a city and then like let it go so that it becomes a vassal and then they can just cover that. Okay, so that winter tile just changed back to sunless. So yeah, it is changing back slowly. All right. Enchanted Shield. Okay. Melee Mage. Alright, so bring these two up. Okay, so we got our 3 armies back together, though not quite as strong as they used to be. Alright, this is done. Teleporter. Yeah, let's try it. Oh, I need to raise my city cap. Okay. Painbringer is done. Alright, so we got 3 Painbringers in our main army now. And did I see... Hold on. Warden can annex another province. Grab that. Crossguard can annex another province. Astral Dew, Fireforged Stone, negotiations. Okay. Next turn. So doing pretty good now. We got a nice teleporter network, so we can zip around to respond to problems. And building up strength so that we can go down and try that final chamber again, which we might already be strong enough for.
Hi.
Right. Alright, so... Bring everybody over here. Hi, Neoff. Oh, the Deathstalker has less movement, so that one's trailing behind a little bit. Okay. Did Nagura stop the Guild 2 content? I don't know. From what I understand, right after we had our collab together, she got invited to a German World of Warcraft event called Sauerkraut or something like that. I don't speak German, I'm sorry if I'm butchering it. And because of that, I think that she's been focused on German World of Warcraft stiff for the last couple days. Or for the last week or so. Lawbringer. Glory Seeker. Let's do Glory Seeker. Why did everything flash red? Is my vampire hungry? Make a few more Painbringers just to guard home base. You chill. Mana Obelisk. Is Din. There's no more buildings I can make for production here. Production here's terrible. Feywater Pond somewhere. This one can expand. Oh, someone's over here destroying my stuff. I don't have view of that. I can't do that right now. Okay, so the question is... Hold on, who do I need to send to deal with this? This is just 2 single entities. Alright, where's my weakest army? That would be this one, probably. That's also my slowest army, though.
Yep.
Is English just German plus French mixed together? Wait, what? I mean, look, like, I know a couple of words in German. Like Guten Tag and nine 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 nine. Like, right? But that's about it. Alright, we're gonna see if 2 spiders and a healer can handle that problem. You know what, let's rush the recruitment of this just to make it extra probably fine. Alright. Do they have to stay there while that's capturing? Yeah, they're immobilized. Curse of the Old Blood complete. Oh boy. Tears of the Crimson Sovereign. Alright, charging Curse of the Old Blood. Alright, so this city has been founded. Release as a vassal city. Arcane Institute. Paragon Quarters. And I made a teleporter before releasing it as a vassal city so that I know that you know they will have that. All right. Allow spells. All right, cool. Okay. Repair. You guys come back. Yeah, that's fine. How does opportunity attack work in this game? I don't know what you mean by that. Like, I know what attack of opportunity is in, like, Dungeons and Dragons and stuff, but I don't know what you mean by that here and now. Magistrate Nuriel Sunseeker of Pharos appeals to your honor regarding his deceased hero, Raphael Sunseeker, which is resting in your crypt. The feud between Pharos and your empire has been relentless. We grieve for the fallen Raphael Sunseeker and would regard it as a sign of benevolence if you honored his death and returned his remains to us. The corpse of Raphael is requested by his people. Deliver... insult. Yeah, sure, you can have it. Muck's not Irish? I mean, you guys know how it is, right? When an American was like, oh, I'm 1/16 German or something like that, right? Like, yeah, if you go back up my family tree pretty high up, we're Scot-Irish, my family is. But it's so far back, right? Like, anyone from Ireland would scoff at me if I were like, oh, I'm such and such amount Irish. Yeah, I've got a few weird percentages. Like, for example, my last name starts with Mick. It's not McDonald, but it starts with Mick. So that gives you an idea. But also, one of my great-grandmothers was full-blooded Cherokee Indian. So I've got... what does that make me? Like 1/16 Indian? Enough that if I was running for parliament, I would flaunt it, you know? Like an absolute just tool. Okay. I'm back. I lost 1 bat. That's fine. I'll take that. A hero leveled up. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, wait, no. Not hell yeah. This is what I want. Heal all friendly units in combat. That's the one I want. Not hell yeah. We're not at hell yeah yet. Wait, hastened, regen support, rituals of strength. Wasn't there a thing on here where it's like everybody levels up once? All heroes instantly gain 1 rank. I don't know if I've ever used that before. Okay, so ruler leveled up. There it is. Battlefield-wide heal. Once per battle. Get that. Signature skill. Do Adept at Chaos. Okay, that's all of them. Alright, end turn. So I see more enemies in here. I don't know if it's real nasty or if it's not too bad. We'll find out. Alright, so he's got like a little city here. That's almost done. Alright, you just chill. You chill. New skill available. All cities your empire gain 1 pop 1 time. Okay, no, I don't want that. Set production, Warden. Warden's very unhappy. They need bathes. Thanks for letting me feature in last night's Magic School creation. Fun having my name used. Apologies to Charmon. Charmon was the one that dropped the ball. Lol. Alright, Gift of the Old Blood. Transform all your race units as they imbibe blood from the Exarch, gaining Undead and Life Drinker. We now have undead Eastern Goblins. Start siege. Mike, I thought you were in Alabama. No, I don't have any siblings. There's that running joke about Lorenity, but we're on opposite sides of the planet. Okay. So gotta get everybody in range. One army is not yet in range. Paragon Quarters is done here. Catapult Towers. This thing is done. Mana Obelisk, and it can expand. Oh, it can take the Crypt of the Deathless God. Yoink! Raising City yields plus 20 gold permanent income. We're almost to the end of this mission, I believe, so I don't know that there's much point in doing that right now. You're in Georgia? The state, Georgia. There's a state in the United States called Georgia. I live there. There's also a country called Georgia in Europe. I do not live there. Greener pastures. Wait, what? Improve the peasant tools to increase the yields. Swear to assign temporary labors. Sure. Lingering mist, so if we fight in that city. Need Empire skill. All heroes gain XP 200% faster. That's all my Imperium. That's a lot of dudes. Oh wait, her. That's the vampire mommy from the South cities. She's leading these. Oh, she made a new place there. So she had a city there. That's the one I destroyed earlier. So the question is, will I win before she gets here? Man. Well, Tears... I really want to use that Tears spell. I think it'll be ready for the final battle. Make another Painbringer. Okay, this can expand again. See, Valkeeper. Alright, catapult towers are done. Wait, Stygian observers. Vampire teleportation circle. There she goes. One of her people's riding an elephant. Is it a vampire elephant? Okay, so save. Key on the warden. Fell near to the knife. Alright, so Urvatog, the Deathless God, is not in this army. And that's good, because he was a major pain in my butt. So this might be the final battle of this mission. Oh dang, he's not even waiting, he's just running in. Alright. Okay, summon some corpses to animate. Thunk, there goes half of that hero. Oh, we got blood parasite too. Oh my god, our ranger's arrows have blood parasites now. It's crazy. Hex on that. Egg. Alright. It's funny, because like, when you play this game, the first time you play the Giants and you look at their abilities, you're like, oh my god, these are overpowered. Then you play the Dragons and you're like, oh my god, these are overpowered. And then you play the friggin' Cthulhu Nightmare Creatures and you're like, Jesus, these are overpowered. And then like, you play the Vampires and you're like, good god, these are overpowered. Like, this is like every race. It's like, who's gonna get their OP busted stuff first? Alright. Where is it? Tears of the Crimson Sovereign. When cast, and for the next 2 turns, up to 3 enemies take damage and have a 90% chance of getting blood parasites. Up to 3 friendly units will get healed. Launch. Very subtle. Sound like Renoir from Expedition 33. Like I just heard the cane come down for a second. So there's a parasite. There's a parasite. But it's kind of reminds me of the Calamity Dragon thing, where it's just like every turn you're slowly winning as long as the enemy's wasting time. They're just getting chipped down. Lightning. Constricted, nice, that guy's stuck. Oh, we got a Rose Knight! Look at him. Blood Rose Drain. Target corpse revives as a Thorn Skeleton. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, we were on the receiving end of those guys before. Alright, go into the mist. Alright, so Tormenting Lash. Whip it. Whip it good. For Torment. Alright, Mistling. Zap this guy. Okay, that is a hero unit, so just even though it's really low, I don't want to let it live, so finish him off. Oh, it became Blood Maggots. Corpse Gorge. Gain a stack of strength with these units. Wait, so they can eat a corpse. Nom 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 nom. And now they're stronger for 3 turns.
I feel it, champion. The connection's weak. Stay focused. One last push. For Mukluk for all of us. Champion, help me. There's too much this power, it's so wild. Get to the prime sub. Mukluk. I'm giving you Bezos bucks.
It's so wild. Thank you, Snuffles. Oh my goodness. That's funny. Doom bats. Alright, we're pretty deep into this battle, so I'm gonna do it. Battlefield Restoration. Heals the entire battlefield and gives them all a whole bunch of buffs that last for many turns. And I think they'll last till this battle's over. Oh god, it's lagging the game. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh wait, what? Oh. I see. Mukluk Labs ended up as a result in a class search query. What did you Google? I'm honestly curious. Fighting with Google's SEO is a nightmare. I'm not very good at it. Alright, so this guy died, became blood maggots, and then we reanimated him. Let's do that. Heal on those three. Okay, killed another one of their hero units. The blood maggots will eat the giant undead crab. They are very hungry. Where's I take that out? I don't know where this one is. Alright, just end turn on that one. Loon dry. Zap zap. Painbringer. Okay, blood maggot. Bone wyvern. Muck's turn. Second wind. No corpses to animate here. Wand of Blizzards. Skitterlings kill that ranger. Spirit Wolf finish off the enemy banshees. We're getting so many blood maggots, oh my god. Deathstalker. Jump on that guy. Missling. Zap that. Maddie, shoot him. Vowkeeper. Throw a heal on those. Another blood maggot, don't know where that one is. Jaya the priest. Get that out. Let's see, Tears of the Crimson Sovereign is still going. Or Tentacle. Yeah, we got this. All of the regens ticking. Dude, these bloodworms that we're summoning all over the place, like, they're really weak, but we just keep summoning them. Reanimated another crab. Those are dead. Send this over here to take out that. Those archers are dead. Rose Knight, charge these. Bone Wyvern, finish that off. Blood Maggot is stuck at the moment. I guess one downside to the blood maggot thing is the blood maggots spawn out of a corpse, right? So they're always standing on top of the corpses that they came out of for a turn, and then you can't reanimate them. Oh, I didn't realize the wolf could just climb the wall. Swarm the Painbringer with maggots. I'll try. Whip. Tentacle. Alright, at this point, it's just like the dregs. Well, actually, no, there's another Painbringer over here, so it's within the realm of possibility that this could kill one of my permanent units. So I won't put it on auto just yet. This maggot is. You're pretty low on health. Decompose. And we'll cure the wolves because they've got a lot of debuffs. Boom! Snipe! Onager. Imagine getting shot with an arrow and then getting shot with a boulder. Bad day. Alright, at this point, this fight's in the bag. Okay. Let's put it on auto. At this point, we just need the army to converge and take out this last pocket over here, and we've got the city. Auto, of course, not quite as intelligent as a human doing it, but it's very, very fast, so when it's time to just unga bunga and roll over what's left of them, this is fine. $150 combat casting points later, this is not fun. It using up the combat casting points is fine, but the thing is that also comes with it using mana, which is less fun. But we currently have 1600 mana, and again, I have a very strong theory that this is the last part of the first mission. But we'll find out if I'm wrong after this. Oh my god, the ballista just critically hitted my warlock. Freaking rude. Alright, it's just that last tier 4 unit now. Boom! The cinematic camera shot of the boulder. Great sword, shielding chestplate, sword, and crossbow. Urvatog defeated in combat. Okay. So he... Why were you with your army, idiot? Auto. Like, you're strong, dude, but there's a lot of us. Great hammer. Unsung hero of the night. With his banishment complete, the crypt of the deathless god lies in ruins before you and your job here is done. Impressive stuff, observes Griselda with a remarkable hint of awe. She stands beside you for a while and takes in the devastation you wrought. I mean it, you know. You prevented the arch-vampires from reuniting under a common master once more. I gotta admit, I never thought I'd feel any kind of admiration for a vampire in my life, but, well, you changed everything. Griselda stops and chuckles. What's your name, anyway? Far off a wolf howls into the night, ushering a new age for vampire kind. What the future holds none can tell, and perhaps it is better this way. I never introduced myself to them? Walk off into the night. Such an edgelord. Win a game as an elder vampire. Complete Throne of Blood, Blood and Courtship. Nah! Don't do that. Oh, victory on Rued Dravania. You've brought about the Blood Reckoning and unleashed a new age for all vampire kind.
Thus, the deathless god was slain by one of his own progeny. This blood reckoning was felt by all vampires, far and wide. And in their cold and blackened hearts, stirred the anxious fear of anarchy and opportunity. With his crypt now unsealed and vacant, the title, throne, and dominion of the Blood Emperor Eternal would once again fall to oblivion, as the hunt against vampires waxed fierce, even by their own kin.
Schmuck has proven worthy to ascend. Will you grant Schmuck her ascendance? Sure. Select an ascension trait. At the start of combat, summon a blood maggot. Ooh. Sustains 10 unblockable physical damage, gives 40% damage per turn. Frozen. Deep Caller. Target enemy unit suffers 45 physical damage ignoring defense is constricted. So you can shoot tentacles. Support abilities apply Clinging Mist, Cultist. Torment and Pain. Deep Calling. I don't think I'm going to use this character again, honestly. Schmuckluck? Yeah. It's a lady goblin, so it's she-muck. Schmuck. We didn't put a lot of thought into it. Wait, is that it? Is there not another story realm? Hang on. There's a challenge realm. Well, there's tons of challenge realms. But that's not related to the story, I don't think. Yeah, see, there's story realms. Story realms are the, campaign. Huh. Well done. Yeah, so story realms are the campaign. And I guess that, and like the Archon Prophecy had multiple story realms. So for example, this is, Empire and Ashes Story Realm 2. This is Eldritch Realm Story Realm 1, Eldritch Realm Story Realm 2. Archon Prophecy. Now, to be fair, like some of the their content didn't even come with story realms, like the dragons. That one had like one challenge realm, but no story realm besides that. Twilight Realm, a realm of eternal dusk where the remnants of fallen empires fester in bitter rivalry. Well. I want to go to character creation just to look at some stuff. Hang on.
Your journey starts here.
Yeah, it's fine.
What is your people's form? What is their origin
okay,
culture?
So, recapping. What all did they add with the vampire stuff? They did not add a new culture. So for that reason, we tried out the Oathsworn, which that's because the Oathsworn came out with Ways of War, and Ways of War does not have a story campaign. So it was just a way of me trying out Ways of War stuff and also trying out the stuff from the vampires at the same time. So Ways of War, there's 3 subcultures of the Oathsworn. We did Strife. This right here was really strong. Raising and Pillaging takes 1 less turn. So going from 2 turns to 1 means you just start it, end your turn, and at the start of the next turn it's done. So it was huge having that be just 1 turn. And getting some Imperium and stuff is always nice. The other bonuses, kind of meh. The units for them, like the healer for Oathsworn is okay. The healer has like an AoE heal, but on a like 3 or 4 turn cooldown. Whereas like Architect, for example, can heal 1 unit, but every single turn. So the healer was okay, but the other units felt very like foddery. I didn't love the culture units that you started with. Yeah, there was none with shields. There was just like a... Well, I'm sorry, there was a tier 1 unit with shields that died very, very easy. And then the tier 3 unit was this guy with the mace, and he was pretty squishy as well. So I wasn't a huge fan of the culture just because of their culture-specific units. Haven't tried Harmony and Righteousness yet, but I don't think this is going to be like a new favorite of mine. Going forward... What defines their society? I don't think there was anything new here. We did find out that you can't take Fabled Hunters with Oathsworn, which was new for me, because I almost always take Fabled Hunters. I'm trying to remember if there was anything new here for vampires. The new Dark rework. The new Dark rework was added to the base game for everyone, so I had already played the new Dark rework when we did one of our previous playthroughs, before I even owned the Vampire DLC. Okay, so I'm just gonna pick 2 of these, whatever.
Choose your first
New
tome.
tome. There is some new tomes. I don't know. Yeah, Bloodright was interesting. So there was the new. Let's see. Can I see the tome library? It's not gonna let me right now. Anyway, the Bloodright thing was pretty interesting, as well as some of the stuff it led to. This whole thing where like you upgrade bleeding with blood infestation, and if they die, they become a blood maggot. That was interesting. And then like the new tomes included some of the new units, and the tier 5 ones were nasty. Like most of you will remember the one level I did where I had to fight the Deathless God guy, and then he had 2 of those tier 5 units, and they just wouldn't freaking die. The battle was so long. So they are very, very strong. And then outside of that, they added some new stuff. So Champion and Wizard King were in the game at launch. They've added dragons, eldritch sovereigns, giants, and now elder vampires. And elder vampires, you can be a pureblood or a hybrid. We chose a hybrid and made it part goblin. Pureblood
Reveal yourself.
looks all like this. Cool armor on the horse, by the way. So the vampires have some interesting stuff. They can start out with all of the usual class options. They don't have any limitations here, but they've got their own little vampire skill tree, just like the others have their own little vampire skill tree. The human has one, the wizard has one, the eldritch, dragon, giant, all of them. But the vampire ones, dude, I felt like the vampire was, especially if you take that Grave March thing, was like a better necromancer than necromancy. You know? It also offered a new way of making your units undead with that one new tome. Because you could have your units be vampiric, or you could have them be like skeletal, but either way they're undead and they gain bonuses from being undead. But the vampire guy had like, you know, mind control, just like the Eldritch one, or a chance to mind control when you did drain blood. It had fast movement by like turning into bats, and you could like fly over the battlefield even if you didn't have a flying mount. It had some really powerful abilities, like I said, like Grave March was the one that I was using the most, where it's just every turn I reanimate something. That was pretty cool. Downside, they only heal on sunless terrain.
What is your
So like, if you're
origin?
playing a map that's not sunless, you need to be able to like heal your Vampire Lord on like turn 1, because your Vampire might be starting a lot of battles at low health. So that is something to consider, but it is quite strong. Another thing is Sunless said that it removed certain features from land. It did not mention it removed snow or gloom, but it did. It did
Choose your
compete
first
with
tome
snow and
of
gloom.
magic.
So
What is the
I wish
origin
that
culture?
tooltip, usually this game's tooltips are fantastic, but I wish that tooltip had been a bit better, because it would have changed
your
my
destination.
decision making for how I designed that little race that we had. But all in all, it's pretty good. Oh, there was also that one unit that was like a bat that was a ranged unit, but it only did 10 damage. It like screamed at foes that were far away. That unit was terrible. It was squishy and it did like no damage. That was like a waste of a unit slot. The tier 1 bats that were really weak were at least really cheap, so you could like fill an army with them really easy. And they had bleeding on enemies and life drain on self. So if they weren't like popped by an enemy, they could sustain themselves through lots of low damage, which is kind of cool. Yeah, I think that's it though. So that was the Vampire DLC, Thrones of Blood and Gargoyle. I don't know why they say and Gargoyle. It's just Thrones of Blood. What is the Gargoyle bit? Is there something else in there that I missed? Gargoyle update overview. Is that like a future update? Maybe Gargoyle is like a future update. Gargoyle update, okay. The Gargoyle 1.1 update. Let's see. Elder Vampire. Is this just a bounce patch? They just updated the gargoyle. What did they do? Okay. I thought that was like another DLC and I got confused. Well, all right. Well, so that was Thrones of Blood. It was pretty cool. I think it added some nice stuff to the game. I wish the story had been longer, especially since we just played Archon Prophecies and it was 2 maps that were quite long. I was kind of disappointed in how short the story mission was. And yeah, I could play like another mission if I wanted to. But it would be, you know, not designed for the Vamps. So like if you were playing the Vamps on another map, then you would have just like the only sunless area would be right around where you started. It would be pretty brutal. That would be an additional challenge. Might be something I tinker with later on, but that is it for this one. All right, well, chat, I was not expecting to finish that in an hour, in less than 2 hours today. Okay. As much as I complain about circus coloring in some games, this one is the opposite. It's hard to tell what's going on because everything's the same hue. Well, I think part of that is because we were spreading sunless terrain, which was darkening everything. Spreading sunless is pretty cheap and easy, though. Not into, like, enemy territory, right? Like, you spread it around your base, but not into, like, the enemy part of the map. I think the only faction that can, like, spread a terrain thing into the enemy part of the map is the Giants if they put a Stella inside an enemy base. How did the... Oh, that was from Mr. Matterman. Whiteborn is much faster to unlock and straight up gives you life drain, no strings attacks. No strings attached. I feel like Whiteborn is one of the weakest racial transformations. Because it's like you have a little bit of life stealing and you're undead. And then like that's it. If you have got some other like undead stuff that like synergizes with it, it's okay. But just like on its own, if you compare it to like Dragon People or something, it's like very different. What about Marching Gloom? Marching Gloom, again, it's like around your base. Like all of the terraforming spells pretty much affect your area and 1 tile out from your area. That's it. So if you had like an outpost right next to the enemy base, you could like, you know, impede on them a little bit, but... which Lord option do you think is the most OP, and which do you like the most, Monk? Man, I don't know. The dragons, you saw, there was a couple, I think it was the second Archon map that I failed on and I had to start again. And I used one of the strongest strategies I knew, which was in Industry plus Dragon Leader. And the Dragon Leader can't use all the equipment it gets. So it makes a Dragon Horde, and you get gold per turn based on how much is in the Horde. Industry generates tons of cheap items. And then there's another thing called the Collectors, where you generate mana per item in your Horde. So by the end of the game, I was getting hundreds of gold and mana every turn just from this huge pile of crap items that Industry churned out. So that's really cool. The Giants, similarly, I like the Stella, where you can be like, oh, I'm going to make a whole faction built around like seafaring, and then you can put down a mark on the ground that spreads rivers, and then you get the seafaring bonuses on every tile in your area. And then your Giants just on their own are pretty decent. And the Eldritch guys just had all kinds of crazy OP stuff. Like, I'm just going to mind control that. I'm just going to take that. You know, stuff like that. And then the vampires, again, they felt like better necromancers than necromancers. Just hordes and hordes of nonstop undead. Are you going to start We Happy Few now that the campaign is finished? I haven't even... Wait, hold on. We Happy Few. What? Not yet. No, not yet. We got other stuff. Probably gonna work more on Mind Over Magic. Yeah. So even the Mortal Champion. The Mortal Champion has a thing where it gives extra turns to a unit of your choice. So like if whatever the strongest unit is in your army, you can give them extra turns. That's really good. Honestly, the only one that I dislike is the Wizard King. That's it. That's the only one that I'm not fond of playing, is the Wizard King. Because their special ability is that you can cast additional spells per turn, but then you just like run out of mana fast. And then it's like, okay. It's extremely reliant on massive mana income. Otherwise, you can't even use its stuff. So, yeah, I pretty much like all of them more than Wizard King. But the order that I like the non-Wizard King ones in, I'm not really certain what it is. Let's see. Okay. Ba, 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 ba. Changing the stream title here. Hang on. Alright, so, wasn't planning on doing this during the morning stream, but I didn't realize we were going to finish the Age of Wonders 4 DLC so quickly. It was a lot shorter than I thought it would be. So, we are going to work a bit on Mind Over Magic for the remainder today, and then I'll have something new prepared for tomorrow. If any of you haven't been here for the evening streams, Mind Over Magic is made by the same people that made Oxygen Not Included, but we're making a magic school. And we're a few hours into it, and it's got tentacles. Y'all love tentacles. It's been really cool so far. And so I've been naming all of the students and teachers and stuff after people in chat. We had to fire Charbon. He was terrible at his job. He got very upset. Pulverize relics at the relic pulverizer to get Gnosis shards for hiring and promoting mages to apprentice and staff roles. Okay, so we're back in here. Do we want to... What do we want to do here? Circumstance for nature. We could send some out to graduate if we wanted to. Let's see. Let's demolish this weird roof, and we're going to build upwards some more. Skill learn, Leica got nature 2. Some students are idle, some staff is idle. Alright. Let's do hunting. Is there any rats here? There's one. That's right. Hi, Stormheart. There's one there. There's one there. There's one there. We're gonna get those. Okay. Fog is pushing back in, I do believe. Alright, let's use the slime to eat more corpses to get more viscera. Okay, intermediate classroom. Let's... Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's that. Okay, and floor. And wall. And where is... What am I looking for? Demolish. Right, let's see if that works. Oh nice, they automatically take out the trees in the way. I wasn't sure if they would do that. Wall not supported. We got pillars there. Is it this thing? I don't know if that thing's in the way. Hang on. Okay, so I had a wall tile at the bottom instead of a floor tile at the bottom. That was what it was. Look, this is a wizard school. Where are you getting corpses from? These rats. Giant rats outside. On that note, it is time to repel the fog again. So I'm going to send the teachers to do that. Alright, schoolroom. This is different than it was. Why is this a schoolroom? Let's see. Rec room. Towered. Must not be adjacent to walls or rooms to the left, right, or above. Wait, what? Wants to be towered. Okay, well, it's not that. All right. That's the sound of the fog getting pushed back. Shattered perform better in battle. Hour of the Shattered. Okay. Corwin is still doing research. Alright, so this floor has to be quiet because of the nurse's stuff. So maybe we may like move the this could be like the sleeping floor. We could move the beds up here and then we could have louder stuff down here. Do you start with the underground area? No, you start with, like, just this floor here. I still don't know how to make this type of floor on the ground. That's why I've got these pillars out here. I haven't figured that out yet. Because, like, I can't... It says invalid on ground. So I'm not sure how to build out there. So that's why I've got these columns and I'm building like that. It's called Foundation and Research. I wasn't telling you to tell me, but thanks. Oh. That one's one tile off. Void Shroom has appeared. Alright, someone nuke that. Okay, so they just finished some kind of research. What was that? Chalkboard hallway runner. Long carpet for hallways that allows mages on it to move fast. Chalkboard, necessary to create advanced and skill-specific classrooms. Requires brains. Group project, chalkboard ritual. Have an apprentice lead initiates through group project. The initiates will learn a lot, gaining skill and XP, but the apprentice will resent doing all the work. They will lose conviction and refuse to lead another project for a while. That hits close to home. Mug, you're in the AoW. Wait, what? Oh, I didn't update again. Thanks. Appreciate that. Okay, there's all of that. And what did I make? Oh, I made a chalkboard. Okay, that was for upgrading a classroom. Let's see. Classroom, intermediate. No, advanced. All right. So 4 bookshelf, chalkboard, learning stone. Chalkboard. Oh, I don't have enough brains. Okay, I can do the 4 bookshelves now. As soon as I find it. Okay. Can I refine brains? No. Okay. Let's see, repel the fog. And let's look at the research. Brains. Requires Crowa corpses. Alright, we'll add that to the queue. I think you have a question. What's up? Marganite says, Muck, I've been following you mostly on YouTube for years. I want to support you at least a little bit. Does your referral link for buying Visions of Eternity Wars 2 expansion still work? Yes, it does. Thank you so much for thinking about using it. There's a link to it in the chat right now. But yes, indeed, it does. Is there any other Crowas here? I don't see any. Okay. Let's see, fungal cavern. Curse-bound mages may be found in the fungal caverns. Let's see. It's now level 6. Resistant to water. Alright, get whiskey out of here. I am curious how Mahuya would do. So this race that has the weird like glass heads, they are supposed to start battle with a bunch of armor. 200% of max HP. But I don't know if that's going to be enough to keep them alive, since they've got like 1/10 of the health of the other people. We will see. Ow. Alright, Shadow Cloak. ult. So, you have to have someone with a Shadow Cloak for Tentacle Sweep to be cheaper, and since we've got 2 Dark Mages here, one of them doing Shadow Cloak makes it cheaper for both of them. Alright, 1 down. Inspiration. Yeah, it's not too bad. Alright, so that room's clear. What did we find? Under school ward. Oh wait, didn't I clear this before? I think I cleared this before and then I reloaded at some point. Okay. But do you get the entire amount from the scares or any value that doesn't have an audio response, or is it that also subject to the split? So, those are done with, like, bits and dono. When you do bits, they are... Twitch takes their cut on the front end. Like, for example, you might pay $1.20 to buy $1 worth of bits, or $1.10, depending on the price that month, so you get $1 worth of bits. But when you throw $1 worth of bits at a streamer, they get $1. Like, they get that. Alright, so we're researching getting brains from Croa corpses. Still don't have anyone with Dark Magic 4 yet. What is that bar? Conviction. Oh, that's where you monitor conviction. No research selected. Okay, so we can do brains now. Meat. Just get a bunch of random stuff here just to keep the researcher busy. Hey, Mario! Oh, actually, how do we get more apprentice portals? So I'd rather give you more basis less. Yeah. So like, okay, the scares, right? It's like one of the scares is 666. It's $6.66 and it plays a loud noise. If you do just like a direct donation to PayPal, that doesn't go through Twitch at all. PayPal will take a very, very small cut, but it's more than fair. And then you've got the bits where you pay Twitch for the bits, and then you pay slightly more than the bits are worth, and then the bits, 100% of those go to the streamer. Okay. That's level 5, that's level 6, that's level 5. Alright. Yeah, I'll just bring the same team, that's fine. Who are we waiting on? Right there. Alright. Shadow Cloak. Inspiration. one down. That one's a bit sturdy. What are these? Sustaining. Cannot be knocked out unless at 1 HP in this combat slot. Incoming nature magic attacks do 2x damage, and remove this. Oh, we didn't bring a nature person. Status 1 and related debuffs inflicted by this enemy persist outside of battle. Oh god. Inspiration on him. Haste on him. Okay, Mahuyo got pretty banged up there. Alright, so Mahuyo now has higher level dark magic than like a snail who's a teacher. Under school chamber. Lots of stuff in here. Muk, are you left-handed like your Muk note emote? I am not, no. It's just, there's a very well-known, like, note emote that looks similar to that, and we basically use that as the basis for it. So in a can, yeah. Alright. So Mahuyo would have to be upgraded to staff for him to be able to do that. She can't. One of my current goals is getting someone to Dark Magic level 4 so we can use the spindle back here to make more little minions to help out. So miner, lumberjack, ectoplasm. Harvest, yeah, those are a bit tougher. Spectral Croa has appeared. Someone's already handling it. So whenever we kill a Croa, its corpse goes into a stash, and until we process that, it keeps coming back and, like, haunting the place. Pushing back the fog. Alright, so what was this thing called? Dark Apprentice Portal. So I think we're going to need the apprentice things for the other classes. So that's Air Apprentice Mechanism. What's the next one? Lightning Apprentice. I guess that's as much as I can have in the queue right now. Let's get rid of See the Future for now. A battle awaits. What is this? Recommended mage level 9. I don't think I can handle that. Don't know that I can handle that. Witch room. Can I make level 2 nature wands? No. I have a handful of level 2 wand recipes, but not one for nature. Can make a fire wand too and upgrade Flute's wand, I guess. Flute with no hammer heresy. She said she wanted that one. We need more brains to make the chalkboard, which is freaking weird. Alright, let's do a save, because it's been a few minutes. Okay, let's do... Where's the nature teacher? Shinx? Actually, would he even... Yeah, that could be useful. Do that. Is this game fun? What's the full name? Hey, artist. Yes, as Bluebell said, it's Mind Over Magic. It's made by the same folks who made Oxygen Not Included. You're making like a wizard school and dealing with wizard problems. That one's done. Okay, so nature magic shuts down that weird buff thing that he had. Wow, that did 5? Okay. Nice, dark magic just at level 4. That unlocks some new stuff. Alright, another room opened up. Nog Dog Stalwart Satchel hit level 4. Like a Snail got dark level 4, nice. Alright. So what... So crafting stuff, what does that take? I want to make sure Laika is doing that. Mahuyo now likes creepy classrooms. Okay. Let's see, where's priorities? Laika Snail... He's currently doing research. Quilt. Alright, like a snail, top thing is now quilt. Needs medical rest. I mean, that's fine, dude. Go medical rest. That's fine. Do it. Do we have the mass for these? Ecto and Viscera, Sinew and Ecto. Yeah, okay, that should be fine. So Ecto is Small Carcass plus Wormwood. Alright. Now we'll make a few octos. Void Shroom has appeared. Alright, someone nuke that. Tabitha now hates simple recreating. What? Innate spells mine. Alright, so I guess I still need to queue it up. Alright, so let's go to priority. And let's turn mining down for everyone, because we now have like a little bot that does it. Alright, so gather mining. And hunting. Oh, there he goes. Oh, look at him. He's like a freaking buzzsaw. Alright, so he now does auto mining for us. Well, we still have to select the rocks, but he'll do it. Alright. Ladder is new. Relic plinth. Used to display a relic which grants the school powers in certain relic rooms. Requires sculptstone. Don't have that yet. Not gonna put the roof back? We'll deal with it eventually. Solemn pedestal. Impressive luxury. Alright, do we have the lumberjack? Okay, so we do have the lumberjack now. Alright, so let's go to priority. And let's say chopping is now low prio for everyone. Because we've got a bot for that now. Okay, and then gather, chop, harvest. And then at this point, we could just, like, wave this over everything. Back to Muck's School of Tentacles. Phrasing. Okay, the fog is getting red again. Let's begin the ritual to push it back once more. If I make this a hallway, will these rooms be like one big room or two separate rooms? Allows passage through walls. A bracket that extends the support provided from a wall to a floor by a small amount. I'm gonna do that just to see what it does. So that, look at the little chopping guy. Alright, so next up, we want one that can do tending. Needs eyeballs and ectoplasm. And harvester, which needs brains. Okay. For brains, we need more Croas. Seems to be a pretty constant problem. Are there ectos here? Probably not, because the Charmon, we had a character for Charmon. He was doing a really bad job at everything, so we fired him. He was very upset. Okay, so tending is now covered. So let's downrank the importance of that with everyone. Alright, so they'll still help, but only when all their other tasks are done. So we've got Air Apprentice Mechanism. Cult Rug. Wind Chimes. Decorative Column. Still need more brains. I wonder if we can raise Croas. Where's the research thing? Croa Ranching. We can. Hold captive Croa. Captive animals reproduce and mages will automatically hunt excess population. We can. That's further down there, though. Rat ranching. We're gonna start working toward that. Did you manage to pave the porch to your school, Muck? I think okay, the right side is still got. Yeah, I saw. I haven't researched that yet. Haven't researched that yet. I wish I could, like, just drag a box over an area or something, rather than having to do this. Alright, so now... what is the difference between dormitory and austere bedroom? Austere's worse. Dormitory, 3 or more plain beds, 1 window, interior. Not adjacent to an outside space. Oh, it's touching the outside right there. Are you serious? Wonder how easy it would be to modify this. Not great. All right. Void Shroom, destroy that. Alright, so build, teaching, Lightning Apprentice Ori needs more brains. And we're back to the need for Croas. Runewood Tree, that's new. I think we pushed back the fog enough that I'm seeing new stuff. Alright, there's a Croa nest. Hunt that. Okay, making some more ecto. Alright, that's a level 6 mission. 6 and 5. Alright, Lava Mine is the next easiest thing. Corwin reached level 10. Nice. She's level 10, they're level 6, 6 and 6. What that? Dude, why is he leveling so fast? He was a student yesterday. What the hell? He's zooming. Hold on a sec. Is he max level? He's 6 out of 6. Leica's okay, so Leica needs to be there to get XP. I could bring Mahuyo for more XP or Crimson. You have him in charge of double research table setup. He's zooming. Yeah, I mean, he's at one of the tables. He's not using both. I came here for waffles. Hi, Stormheart. Go. Oh boy, so Crimson has 2 schools of magic. Is that allowed? Well, Crimson was a nature mage, and last night we did science, and we sent him to the darkness apprenticeship program to see what would happen. So, if we had sent him to the nature apprenticeship program, he would be like a better nature mage. But now he's like a decent nature and dark mage. So eventually, I think we would be replacing the teachers with students that are like multi-class. Okay, this is odd. Oh wait, no, never mind. It is working as intended. Okay, yeah. It would cost 20% of max hit points if you didn't have a Shadow Cloak. But he does have a Shadow Cloak, so it's done. Okay. Okay. So we opened up like a little hallway. There's a few resources on the ground. Okay. 368 crit. Yeah, the Corwin, the buff from Corwin I had on him was called Inspiration. It increases your speed, so your next turn comes faster, and it has a very high crit chance. Or a guaranteed crit, one of the two. And then Windshark's buff was Haste, I think, which is you go first on the next turn. Yeah, and then, so we just put those on the Tentacle Mages, power up and speed up the tentacles, and then start slapping. Oh, there's a lot of stuff out here getting damaged. lot of rats over here. You need more dudes? Yeah, maybe. Currently, we're down to 2 out of 3. Here, I'll up it to 5. Yeah, each time you make one of these quilted dudes, they live for like 3 days, then you gotta make a new one. So. The hospital's leaking. Alright, this is just a temporary roof to stop the water damage. Hold on. We're gonna save. I need a restroom break, chat, so I'm just gonna slow the game speed down a little bit. Don't let anything burn down. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. No one died. Oh, they haven't even built the roof yet. Slackers. Votes Iron Storm. No! Okay. Dungeon room will respawn monsters soon? What? Okay, hang on, hang on. Okay, yeah, any of them should be able to do it. So this room here, if you don't like repower this ward, it spawns monsters. Send one of the childs. You handle it. He's just like, shut up. I thought he was gonna have to like channel on it for a while or something. I didn't expect him to just shut up. Alright, so we've got cooking with spice, nutmage, cinnamon, witchwort, Solomon's seal, pixie dust. And they're working on rat ranching. Has Muck fired any other staff yet? No, no, just the one problematic guy. Are the chests full? Is that the problem right now? I bet that's why there's so much stuff on the ground. Like a snail reached level 7. Neat. Yeah, it seems kind of OP that the researcher is practicing their main form of magic every second, But the other folks, it's a little more difficult to give them an activity where they're doing their main thing every second. So the researchers is getting hella XP. Golden berries flourish. Gutberry vines will also drop honey drop when harvested. Mages with earth wands start battle with earth waxes. Dark wands with dark wanes. Minus 100 speed on dark wands. Oh god. Requirements for crow ranching not met. Why? Must research in Mage's Tower or Mage's Hermitage. Oh, I have to upgrade the Mage's Study to something else. Okay, how do I do that? Mage's Tower. 1 or more Arcane Secretary. 16 or more Scholarly Luxury. Towered. Not adjacent to walls or rooms to the left, right, or above. Oh, God. What? Not... Okay. Alright, no, I get it. I get it. Alright. Skewed, pristine, towered, and 16 luxury. Scholarly luxury. Alright. Okay. Feed trough and rat nest starting. Pin to hold a captive dire rat. Requires pasture. Pasture. Creates a designated area to place pins in order to capture and breed wild animals. Where do we want to do that? Alright, first off, let's move my grave. This is as weird as that sounds. Okay. Finally get to watch a live stream while it's live on my birthday to boot. What's up, Lord Night Blue? We're live all the time. I stream at this time on every weekday, and I stream every evening as well. 7 days a week. Alright, so... floor... Floor not supported. Hold on. What is going on here? That's floor. Why is that not supported? Let's see, outdoor, rat's nest. Oh wow, that takes a lot of stone. below the leftmost wall. Capture 2 dire rats. Okay. What is going on here? Build floor. Floor not supported. Why is it not supported? Your floor is floating? Dude, there's pillars right there. There is pillars. Like, look, I did this same thing over here. I am not sure what's going on. Is it cause that, like, you're out of your domain? Like, you can't dig down in the ether? I don't think so. Again, like, look, over here. Like, I did the pillar thing on both sides. And then extended that over. Let's try demolishing that and then build out. Those are outdoor pillars. I am aware. I used them right here. Oh, is it because we've got floor below the outdoor pillars? They stopped being outdoor pillars? Hold on. That would be really weird, but let's see. I think it's gonna work now. Okay, so it's because I built foundation under the outdoor pillar, it stopped providing support. Okay. Okay. We are ranching rats now. Alright, so now what we're gonna do we're gonna make a mage tower over here. So it has to be towered, so you have to access it from below. So there's a ladder to get up. Hopefully that breaks through into the next floor. And then it needs to not be touching another room, so we've got to separate it a little bit. Yeah, we're working on that. Oh. Okay. And then it has to be skewed. Alright, let's try that and see if it comes out the way we want. It's a sweeper bot. Void Shroom appeared. Everyone's sleeping, so the founder deal with that. No. Almost dropped my lunch, John. Alright, so currently this is a workshop. Total luxury 20. One or more crafting stations. Lofted. Okay. Mage's Study. Pristine. No negative luxury items. Skewed. One door. Oh, I know. We want Mage's Tower. So, no... Let's see. Not adjacent to walls or rooms to the left, right, or above. Skewed. Pristine. 16 scholarly luxury. Scholarly luxury is currently 8. It is skewed, it is pristine, it is towered, so all that works. So scholarly luxury has to be higher. This is a bit cramped, but that should do it. I hope they can go up and down ladders. Bunch of those quilted guys in there right now. Not enough stone. Gather... Is there any more stone to get right now? Not seeing any more at the moment. Sometimes there's stone down here you can get. I was taking a look. Might have to wait for more to spawn in. Mage's Tower, yes! Alright, another tier of research is available now. Artist Lim says, what's your view on the Fallout Shelter game? Oh wow. A couple years ago I played that for a few months. It's a fun little game. You know, you can play it on your computer or like on your phone. It's weird how you have that single space alcove between the main building and the tower. I have to. This building cannot have a room adjacent to it on the sides. You have to access it through climbing up into it. Otherwise, it doesn't work. So that's how I chose to do it. Muhuyo's Sparkling Album leveled up. And Regenerative Thumb. Why are the rat's nests just outside and below the school? They have to be on the grass. We're working on it. Spectral Rift has appeared. Hang on. So these are called chest smashers, so if I don't handle this, they will probably attack my treasure chest. The last time we had one of these, they were called torch snuffers, and they started destroying all the lights in the place. Can I have a turn before you kill me? There we go. Nice. Okay. That's handled. Alright, did we ever get the brains? Don't think so. Can we make the chalkboard yet? We can. Let's do it. Advanced classroom. Nice. Where is it? So now they have 200% faster learning rate. Outdoor. Luxury. Croa Coop. Requires 50 rune wood. I have 0. I think I have to push back the fog to get more of that. Dude, that's so many smokesticks. What the hell? No research selected. Huh. There be dragons? Dragon walk. Cronebug pin. Bristlecone tree. Rune wood. Next. Domesticated rune. Oh my god, that's the final tier. That's so far away. It's like you want to grow your own rune wood? Are you crazy? Alright, just something random. Luck is to Japan. Come on and slam. Welcome to Japan. Did I ever get a mandrake planter? I don't think I did. Unreachable object. What? Why is that unreachable? Okay. I can't move this. So, apparently that planter in the back is not reachable. So I guess I need to leave a space between them or something. What is this? Level 13. Don't know if we can handle that or not. Save game. Alright, what is this battle? I hope we get some good loot. I don't know what this is. Game seems interesting and fun enough. Hope to get it, so I bought it. Nice. Hope you enjoy it. Oh wow, it's way over here. What the heck? Oh, runewood tree. Need to get that. 500. Oh no, Corwin's down. That's straight up not good. Alright. Wand Crafter's Thumb. What the hell? Oh, we got 20 runewood. That's good. Okay. So, a couple of things here. Where's Mug? Alright, where's Corwin? Rescue now. Runewood tree. Chop. Seeing if there's any runewood trees on the other side, but don't see any. Fly away! Alright. Corwin. Hold on. I think I have to click on the bed, click revive. And... is there anyone that's, like, better at this? Okay. So it says for every time you get to death's door, you get a trauma? I don't know what that's gonna do to the poor guy. Also, I think my ghost is the only one that can handle void shrooms in the attic. Look away for a few minutes, and Muck is killing the staff. Resuscitating the staff, thank you. Saving them, what do you mean? Why has this not been chopped down yet? Wait, requires nature magic level 4 to chop. Oh. Okay. Alright, so we're going to tell Jinx to help chop, I guess. Because he's the only one that can handle this. Oh, no, he can't. He's got nature 3. He sucks. Crap. Can I make a nature wand level 2? Crap. Alright, where's research? That's what we need. Is Charmon unalive? No, he's on a farm somewhere. We didn't kill Charmon, we just fired him. He just sucked. Hello, hey Bagu. I'd rather be dead. You'd rather be dead than on a beach somewhere? On a beach, sir, I have no job. You have all the sand you want for free. You can always sell ice cream and soda. We have not had any new stone pop up in a while. So let me take a look at Corwin now. Scar effects. Hates using Earth. Oh, God. Eat a honeyed gruel. Trauma mana thirst, 5.6 days. Okay, so the trauma does go away over time. This was my replacement. Yo, he's out-leveled all the teachers, Charbon. He's level 10. Is there a... I don't know, can I research like some kind of quarry or something? Can I send the kids to the mines? Stone. Pathstone. Stacking stones? Don't see anything like that. Alright. I think I'll have to do more expeditions to the Underschool to get more. Alright, so Corwin, let's set him out. See, these are weak to water. Dude, these things suck. I remember fighting these. These are awful. Try setting Whiskey. He'll probably die. Not my fault Earth Mages are essentially like having an art degree. Oh, the Earth Mages just like tend to the garden. What do you mean? They just water the plants. Or earth the plants. There we go. 75 stone, nice. Nice, nice, nice. That's what we need. Alright. Did the nature magic wand finish? Oh wait, we were researching it. So we should be able to make one now. Nature Wand 2. Alright. Once that's done, we can upgrade someone's wand. Lycosnail has a spore shroom rash. Asking for the moon? What? Dark mages with tier 2 wands develop a need for the moon. The need will drain when not in moonlight and refill in moonlight. How the fudge? Okay. Which room? So I need like a room with a glass ceiling or something? Can we... Hold on a sec. Oh, there's nothing here for... I was looking for like a cure rash. I don't see anything for that. My tower needs to be taller. Like it. We'll get there when we get there, okay? Dude, these freaking void rooms. Alright, hold on. Build... Instructions, alright, now others can help with that a little bit. Crystal ball. Bars of brain. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna upgrade his wand. And then make another one as soon as we can. What? Like a snail is having a rampage. What? And you turned into friggin' Satan? How do we stop that? No, don't go in there. Everything's expensive in there. Oh my god, they just downgraded the whole room. How do I stop this? Do I just like let him run around and then fix it? Or is there a way to stop it? Wait, mad because didn't share a bedroom with Flute Girl? Let me look at the beds. Oh my god. Alright. Access, like a snail. And this one, flute. Alright. Humans perform better in battle. Yeah, because the room has just got broken. What? We were having class! What are you doing? You just interrupted class. Alright, do you ever chill? I can't, like, click on other people and right-click on them to stop them. They're punching a pantry, for God's sakes. Does it ever end? Temporarily be coming out. Yeah, temporarily. When does temporarily... There, Jesus. Like a snail's at death's door. What? And someone's laughing at him. You go to death's door after that? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I like how we put her in the bed that she broke. That's what you get. You can have the broken bed, you idiot. Alright, did the wand thing finish? Yeah, he's 3 out of 4 now. So once he gets to 4 out of 4, he can go get the rune wood. Which words? A sliver of moonlight. A rectangular wooden window adds light. I wonder if I can put just any window behind like a snail's bed to get moonlight? Is this like Fallout Shelter? It's closer to oxygen not included. Chimney. Oh, I needed a chimney for the kitchen earlier. Dude, they have to fling dirt at this thing 100 times to fix it. Good God. Is the second nature wand done? No. No, it's not. Asking for moonlight. Try this. I'm gonna try adding windows here to see if that like gives moonlight while she's sleeping. Can you build downwards? No. Underground, you explore one combat at a time. Above ground, you build. Research good ventilation's lightning. Small round window. Yeah, it gives sun and moonlight. Chimney, placeable outside on roofs. Side chimney, used to create kitchens. Outside on sidewalls. Can it go there? Okay, these all say sun and moon on them. I think I was right on that. This is really weird to do this here. Alright. Side chimney for the kitchen. Was it mentioned about scheduling mode? Maybe Leica can work the night shift? The thing is, if Leica's working indoors during the night, they're not going to get moonlight, because all of Leica's activities are indoors. But if we have them sleeping next to a window that has moonlight, I think that actually might be perfect. But we'll see. Also, they're sleeping near flute now, so that should calm them down. It's also weird. Alright, scullery. What did scullery need? Kitchen. One or more cooking stations, done. A spice rack, a pantry, a chimney, and 13 luxury. Okay, hold on. We have spice rack. We have pantry. We have side chimney. Cooking station, spice rack, pantry, Chimney. 13 luxury. There's 10 luxury currently. Build luxury. Oh my god, there's a wall torch behind the pantry. I'm trying to access it. We're gonna move that for a sec. Okay, let's see how that does. Alright, let's see, where's Crimson? Nature Wand level 2. Okay, he's gonna get a better wand soon. Good, good, good. Code enforcement officer not going to include that. Why does you just say AoW4? Guess my friend update. What's up, Toasty? Yeah, we just finished AoW4 a little while ago. I wasn't expecting it to be over so soon, so I didn't have like another thumbnail prepared. So this was to kind of fill in the remaining time for the morning stream, and then I'll have it all fixed before the evening stream. Kitchen! So what does that do for me? Plus 100% cooking rate, up from 25. Sweet. So the side chimney over here that's blasting smoke into the floor above it worked. How does making new students work? Basically you craft a wand and then you use this thing and it abducts a child from somewhere else in the world that needs to learn magic. And they come out of a portal. Okay, Stinks is nature 4. So now they can harvest runewood, which is what we needed. I forgot what we needed it for, but that's what we needed. Still don't have another spore? Oh my gosh. Smoke sick planter. Get the stuff out of here. No research selected. Alright, so we can make sweet leaf nut. And we have the nature class that we can make now. Kitchen on first floor, dining room on third is a choice. we deal with it as we can, okay? The lunch gauntlet. You gotta go up the spiral stairs while holding your meal. Nog Dog's stalwart satchel is leveled up. What does the Mana Thirst trauma do? All spells cost 1 more mana. Asking for the moon. Like, did she not recharge under the window earlier? Freaking lunar powered like a. Okay, did I ever finish researching the pathway? What was the thing? Was it path? Pathstone. Keeps plants from growing. Yeah, okay, I do have that. So build... exterior? Teaching nature apprentice tree. Furniture. What is Pathstone under? I would think outdoor. Here it is. And I'm out of stone. No research selected. What did I just get? Crap. I forgot what I just researched. It was a plant thing. Oh, here we go. Honey drop planter, mandrake planter, finial, rooftop decoration. Okay. Brooms, used to travel from between broom racks. Do that. I was like a kid again. They're not. They're still a staff member. Okay. $37 armor. See, that racial thing doesn't make it. Look at this. 37 hit points, 37 armor. He's got 400 health. Like that armor does not make up for it. Okay, 100 stone. Very good. Tell me per Plag explanation, why are you training kids to do wars for you? Or is the objective of this game slightly different? Oh, I'm not at war with anybody. But, you know, do labor, sure. Possible break risk. Leica again? Has a rash. Asking for the moon. There's literally a window blasting you with moonlight right now. Dude, I'm gonna make you sleep outside. I am actually thinking of doing that. Like, is there a downside? I'm not... Hold on. Like, do they need a specialized bedroom that has, like, a glass ceiling? Why not have the doors between the towers? So can they do that? Because the tower... I think if there's any doors on the sides, it's no longer a tower. Must not be adjacent to walls or rooms to the left, right, or above. A door leading to an open space might work. Alright, hold on. Schedule... Oh, can I not set a schedule, like a separate schedule for an individual person? In Oni, you could. Upper right. Oh, thank you. Like a snail. Alright. They need 6 sleeps. Alright, let's try that and hope that the tasks just get them some moonlight. Let me see, build lighting. I don't like that. Hang on. Oh, and then there's the ladder. Okay, that's fine. I'm not really sure if this counts as her getting any moonlight. Maybe once we get some more windows, it'll help. Her being asleep next to a window with moonlight coming out of it apparently doesn't do it, but maybe if she's awake next to windows with moonlight, maybe it'll work. Oh, we got some runewood. What did I need the runewood for? Oh, I remember. It was for... Oh wait, a place to put feed for animals. Oh, do we have to feed them? I think I can only afford one. Alright, so making a crow a poop. Okay, a little bit of a stone pathway to prevent stuff growing there. Found a conversation about it, not sure if Mukluk wants to hint about it or no. What's up? Not sure if I want to hint about what, Calla? Moonlight problem. No, I'm doing some experimenting. I got a few ideas. Make them work at night next to moonlight windows. Maybe make a room with a glass ceiling. I saw that in the research options. I'll keep playing with it. I'll let you guys know if I'm stumped. I still have ideas to try. Can't capture. Why can I not capture this? Why can I not capture this Croa? It says requires... What is that? Air magic level 1? We got... Do I have to have a staff member with air magic? Need an auditorium or a great hall. Unless I fire someone and get a replacement. Again. So I'm assuming that I need a staff member with air magic to catch a Croa. To do that, I gotta have more staff. I think like a snail's gonna flip out again. Isn't Windshark air magic? Are they? Oh, they are, you're right. Okay, then why isn't it working? Requires a Croa coop with open space. Is there a max space in the coop? Open pasture required by each Croa, 8. There it is, okay. Alright, let's get rid of one of the rat's nests. Some of these things are so tough to find. Pasture. Not outdoor, not exterior, but pasture. Alright, so we're gonna do that. We're going through smoke sticks really quick. Let's see if that fixes that. Alright. Still low on that. Okay. Break oozy stomach. What? Dude, what? So, like a snail is like, got diarrhea, and a rash, and they're like, I want moonlight, and I want to sleep next to Flute Girl, and they've got trauma. Like, they got the spirit of Charmon in this character, because that's so high maintenance. What is going on? Spore shroom, ice flower. I already have ice flower. Mandrake. I don't think I've got mandrake. Where do we want that? Okay, so the question is, if I put these here, can they still reach the stuff behind them? Ooze have appeared. Oh my lord! That's disgusting. So Max, right? She's actually like leaking these things. Bruh. You might have to put Leica down. Put him down. Research under lock and key. Which research just finished? Oh, bigger bigger chests. Okay. Let's research something random. No recreation scheduled. What? Oh, Leica doesn't have recreation. The most stressed out person in the whole freaking group doesn't have recreation. Alright, it's fixed, it's fixed, it's fixed. Hey Mike, question on Guild Wars 2. I'm struggling with picking a main quite a lot. I really want a class that's fun and versatile that has the ability to do most roles if I need them to. Any suggests? These days, with the elite specs being the way they are, almost any class can fulfill any role. Almost. Classically, Guardians, Chronomancers, those are both really good at fulfilling a ton of roles, if either of those interest you. But nearly every class can fulfill nearly every role at this point in time. Okay. There's some crows. Ranger's a lot of options. Yeah, Ranger can do everything except a lack DPS. It's the only one it can't do. Feeding trough. Like a snail is at death's door? Bro, what is going on? Okay, Muck's already on it. And like a snail's peeking everywhere. Oh my god. Okay. What is happening right now? I thought they were hunting the oozes, but they're not. They're just repairing what the oozes break, and they're not actually hunting them. Another trauma? Yeah, I gotta catch them all. Possible break risk. Students are to achieve learning is satisfied by getting a skill for earning skill XP. Alright, we've got a Croa in here. We'll soon have more. Okay, we need a level 2 Dark Wand for Mahuyo. Crimson has a level 2 wand. Bluebell needs a level 2 Earth Wand. Like, do you know any good Guild Wars 2 lore videos after Path of Fire? I don't off the top of my head. I could tell you that Wooden Potatoes is the king of lore videos, so I would browse his channel if you're looking for that. Air Lightning. Alright, so... Do I have level 2 air wand yet? Yes, I can make that. Alright. I think we've only got one Croa, so I don't think they're going to multiply right now. Missing smoke sticks. Oh god, we can't repel the fog anymore. More smoke sticks. That's not good. Those are smoke sticks. Alright, so we got the air wand now. So, who... is that Windshark? Alright, Windshark's upgrading his wand. Alright. Is there any other quilted we don't have? We got Lumberjack, we got Miner, Fertilizer, Harvester. I don't have a Harvester. That requires 4 brains. Handyman can repair. That requires 2 brains. Sweep and Carrier. Okay. So the others require brains, which means more Croas, which we are freaking working on. Although, since the fog pushed in, I might not be able to access the more Croas right now. There's a crow nest there, but none. Oh, right there. Capture. Yoink. Good caught, idiot. Did he get put into the thing? What did he do with the one that we just caught? Not sure what he did with that one. I'm not sure. Okay, can we push back the fog now? Yes, we can. Alright, do that. No research selected. Okay. Used to make a divinatorium. I am very confused on what happened with that Croa. We don't have any Croa corpses. They didn't kill it. It's not out there. Look in the kitchen. Why would it be in the kitchen? Bloom the jade eggplant. What? Requires bloom ritual to begin growing. Life Seer? I need 3 apprentices for this. Can't use staff or initiates. Okay. I had not yet gotten around to building the nature teaching thing. Could go ahead and slam that down. Let's see, build outdoor. Put wormwood down. Did they honey drop? Did I do honey drops? I don't think we did honey drops yet. Can it be stashed in the chest like Shadowheart? Oh wow, that's a throwback. Well, if we can find another crow, we could just try catching another one. Those are nests, but I don't know how fast they respawn them. Don't know what that is. Oh, runewood trees, get those. Okay, here's one. Capture that. And gather all of that stuff. The roly quilt. Alright, I'm watching you. Who is that? Tabitha? I'm watching you, Tabitha. Wait. Wait, she just put the thing down. She just dropped, she went like 10 feet and just dropped it. She said, never mind, I'm hungry. Literally, it says she's eating now. Alright, I'm sending Muck to do this. I can't trust other people with this. Muck doesn't stop to eat. Okay. There's 2 crows in there. Excellent. The crow are too hungry to begin breeding a crow baby. Crow feed. Now what exactly are they putting in there? Food trough is empty. Yeah? Okay, so is there something I make in the kitchen for this? Oh, there's a lot of here. Rat feed. A meal for a domesticated dire rat. Okay. Where's Croa feed? Where's research? Or is it, where's the codex? Doesn't say. Does not say. Okay. Research. Crow feed. Crafted at a dragon walk. There's the problem. I didn't even have that. So it let me... Okay, that's weird. So it lets you catch them, but then you can't actually ranch them if you don't have the walk. Alright, get this stuff out of my way. Alright, Nature Apprentice. Promote an initiative to become a Nature Apprentice. Don't really have any initiates that are focused on that. I could have someone like dual spec. Loondry. Would get 1 lightning, 2 nature. Sisu would get 1 lightning, 2 nature. V2 would get 1 fire, 2 nature. Cerrone would get 1 water, 2 nature. Did you beat the vampire run? I did. It was shorter than I thought it was going to be. Nug would get 2 earth, 2 nature. Okay, so it seems like Nug gets the most out of this. Okay. And then, can I build the other thing? The lightning apprentice? No, need brains. And for brains, we need a whole bunch of Croas, and we're freaking working on that. Okay. Finial. Furniture. Broom rack. Okay. Alright. Well, we have made some progress. There's much more to do. But that is all our time for the morning stream. So we are going to save the game here, chat. And we will pick it back up from there later tonight. Alright, my friends. Thank you guys for joining me this morning. Hope you guys had fun. A few plugs on the way out. If you guys are new to the channel, my name is Muck. I stream every evening and every weekday morning. I'll be back this evening for more Mind Over Magic if you wish to join me. Hit the follow button here on Twitch. Subscribe if you haven't already to the YouTube channels. There are links to both in the chat right now. And a special thank you to our patrons. They keep this channel alive. Could not do this without their help. And there's a link to that in the chat if you're interested. Shilling complete. Thank you for listening. I am going to raid someone on the Twitch side of things just to support somebody else. Is Lorenity live? Yeah, Laura's raided me like once a week the last few weeks. I used to raid her back and forth constantly. I don't know if her schedule changed. Maybe it's like a time change thing, or maybe she's just late, which we constantly joke about. I don't know. But she has not been live when I've ended my morning stream in like 10 years. So I don't know. All right, I'll hit Fandral up. I'll see you guys over there. Fandral is doing some Guild Wars 2 right now, and I will be back tonight. Yeah. It's taking a few seconds.